investigation. These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenwood. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. You feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
ちょっとカットが増えたってだけだな。うん。特にこれといったやつはないね。後ろにいる。
Thomas.
トーマス。
Agent Morgan.
名前忘れてた。ジョージナイス。
Let's meet up again at the community center tomorrow. I haven't been sleeping much since this all started, to be honest. I'm exhausted.
I was just about to suggest the same thing.
I'll make arrangements for people to gather between 1500 and 1700. I'll try and get as many people as I can to come, so don't be late. Okay, don't be late.
I'll be there.
The community center's on the south side. I've marked it on your map.
Thanks, Thomas.
Well then, see you tomorrow.
よし、じゃあ帰るか。カードがあるな。取りに行くか。これどうやって入んの？あれ？壊せないだろうしな。違った。壊せるんかい。壊せるんかい。これで帰ってみっか。あ、またまた間違えた。どうしてもね ZL の方をしちゃうよ。あれこれどっから変えたこれ出口どこ？あれか。
Tremors. I think Fred Ward was in it. You say Fred Ward and I say Remo Williams.
ハンドルの感じもやっぱダメだなこれ。
That one was back in
しばらく運転してないとダメだ。
Directed by Guy Hamilton. This Hamilton was aiming to start a series like 007, but it had no sequels. A real shame. Do you remember the martial arts they used in that film? Called Senanju? The ultimate in martial arts, using no weapons at all. Remo's master Chun ran across water.
ほら、すごいもん、急ハンドルだもん、これ。
Man, that's a good character. He was played by Joel Grey, the best supporting actor in Cabaret. Of course, in Remo, he had so much makeup on, he couldn't tell.
よし。めっちゃ遠いんだよな。よし。どうしよう。全然遠すぎるな。これで動画無駄にしそう。びっくりした。他の車だった。なんでこんなとこ走ってんだい。よし。じゃあ戻ってきたし、さっさと着替えるかい。一回着替えた方がいいよな。よし。あら、こんなセクシーな絵があったの知らなかった。おう、雷が鳴ってる。一回着替えるか。そうだね、今度はグリーンスーツワーカホリックにしよう。でこっちをクリーニングにしとこう。汗かいたかんな。散々汚れたと思うし。で今何時だっけ。9時28分。よし。じゃあ12時間ぐらい寝よう。よし。 いい感じだろ。9時28分なんだよな、まだな。約束の時間が13時っつってっからな。6時間ぐらいあるんだよな。ちょうど6時間だよ。腹ペコで死んじまうってこれ。ああ、体力が減ってきた。ああ、そうだ。あれがあった。ロッカーで拾ったスモークサーモン。絶対腹壊す。で、ロッカーで拾ったターキーサンド。絶対これも腹壊す。なのに満腹になる。腹はおかしいんじゃないか、こいつ。よし、じゃあ、向かうか。コーヒー占いやっとく？せっかく一回帰ってきたし、コーヒー占いやるか。よし、コーヒー占いやろう。今日は一日楽しく過ごせそうです。ラッキープレイスは
There's
遊
no
園
theme
地。
park in this town, though.
遊
All
園地
that good luck is just slipping away. But I think I'll have a thrilling enough time right here anyway.
前向き。いや、おかわりはいらないんだよって。何杯飲む気だよ、これ。いいよ、コーヒーのおかわりは。よし。よし、じゃあおばちゃんいねえし。じゃあいいや。じゃあ、さっさと集会場に向かって行けるよな。よし。時間確認してなかったけど、行けると思うんだけどね。あ、行けるね。あれ車がない。あったあった。よし、4区乗ってこう。2台あるけど、多分あっちが乗ってきたやつだよな。よし、行こう。いやで、まあこんな雨の中運転したら時間いたっつ。いやほんとこのゲーム運転難しすぎる。何なんだシビアすぎるよ。いやでもね、
Okay, so I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next. And finally I've made a decision. It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie. But I put a lot of thought into this. And I'm sure you'll agree with me.
いやね、
It's
さ
1975. Directed by
1975年のスピルバーグ作品。
The grandfather.
マサチューセッツ州小さな町を恐怖が襲いグランソファに。それ上手じゃねえのか。
That movie made me stay away from the beach for years.
ああほら上手だ
I
絶
was
対これ。
afraid that a hand might come floating up. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's Jaws.
おーしゃ当たったぜ。
Underwater camera work accompanied by that John Williams music. I've never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it is that it isn't just another panic movie. The mayor who won't close the beach even when there are so many victims. The Chief Brody putting the citizens' lives above all else. The film gave a lot of time to the dispute and friction between them. It certainly had a lot of messages for a 2-hour film. It's probably another reason why it was such a record-breaking hit.
あやっぱりこれ
One
は
of my
あ
regrets in
い
life
ける
is
か。
that I didn't see it at the movie
よしいけ
theater.
る。
I guess I was still just a child back then. But still, I wanted
道を
to
間違
taste
えてし
that
まったよ。
terror in real time.
ご
That
めんよ
reminds
よ
me
く。
of something. Did you know this one? Jaws also appears in another movie that was produced by
はい
Spielberg.
戻りました。
In Back to the Future.
安
It was
全運転してた
directed
ら
by
急
Robert
に
Zemeckis,
ダート走っちゃっ
who
て
later made Forrest Gump. That's also a masterpiece, of course, but we'll discuss that another time. So, the scene where Jaws appears is right after Marty McFly goes 30 years
マーティー・マクフライが30年後
passes by
バ
a
ック・
movie
トゥ・ザ・フューチャーじゃねえ
and
か
is
よ。
attacked by a holographic shark. Marty is shocked.
みんないるね。
Looking closer, he sees the words Jaws Part 19. Oh, Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat later.
すごいな。有名映画の話するんだね、結構これ。 マーキュリー劇場。
Greenvale Community Center. Now that's an impressive building.
分かんねえ、本当か。ホラー調が流れたら急に FBI っぽいかっこいい音楽流れたり、なんかちょっとコメディっぽい音楽流れたりね。このアップダウンが激しすぎんだよな、このゲームの BGM な。ホラー映画っぽく、ホラーゲームっぽくないっつったらっぽくないけどね。でもいい感じだよね。俺はこういうほのぼのとした感じ好き。
Zach, I haven't been on stage like this since.
ほら、この口笛のやつどうにかなんないかなと思う。
Tree in the wind this time either. That was a tough role. That was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you, all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan, from the Federal Bureau of Investigations, wishes to speak with you.
よ、モーガ捜査官。
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice.
急にシリアスになるよな、やっぱな。
Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places.
まあ当然だ。
Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please guide your children away from such places at all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the raincoat killer. There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
おう？キャロル・マクレーン、バーのオーナー兼歌姫。セクシーな姉ちゃん来たね、また。てかこの街美女多すぎ。彼女。
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
トーマスの妹、あ、そうか、トーマスの妹か、これ。そうだ、そうだ。あっちの方が男っぽいんだよな。
So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
で、この後どうするんだっけ？おう、トーマス。どうした、トーマス。出た、金持ちのじいちゃん。めちゃくちゃ濃いキャラだよな、ガスマスクつけてる老人なんて。
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt. When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
このじいさんも本当に意味深なことしか言わないよ。 だからちょっとバラエティチックな音楽どうにかなんないのかな。
Sure knows how to steal
鳥
thunder.
を取られたのだろうな。
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
そうだね。ちょっとある程度聞き込みしといた方が。どうぞ、おい、ジョージ。お前、なんだ、見えない壁でも作ってんのか、なんでここ通してくんねえんだよ。うわ、通れねえ。しょうがない、こっちを回ろう。なんで後ろ通らせんだよ。
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic.
皮肉にも聞こえるぞ、そ
But
れ
I。don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
ミスター・フランシス・ヨーク・モーガンつんだ。
Mr. Francis York Moore. The purple fog appears with rain.
これだけ頭から離れねえもん、俺。
Our town. The evil does not drain.
Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper.
音楽のがでかくてセリフボイスが。
Mr. Stewart's telling me. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be
ほう。
informative and fruitful, you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
ハリー様はそうおっしゃっております。
You know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Moore, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
あと誰に話を聞けばいいんだろう。いや、人の飲みかけのカップコーヒーもう取るの。取っちゃったよ。人の飲みかけ取っちゃったよ。エメレー。あとは誰に話を聞けばいいんだろう。外に出ればいいのかな。ああ、意外といっぱいいるわ、話聞ける人。どちらさん？
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
ザ・将軍。スクラップを置けば。あ、この人が車屋だ。
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
何か問題でも？
You imbecile.
バカ
The
者が。
raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy
鑑
tale.
定書では
It's
ないと。
based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit. One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
階級が違う。フィオナ。
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day. but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man.
そうなんだ。
He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. You must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
LA で
You don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
確かに。
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
なんで後ずさった？照れてんのか？よし、先生話を聞きましょう。
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. And tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
ああ、旦那さんも亡くした上
And
に
I should
娘も亡
probably
くしちゃ
take
ったん
some
だよな。
time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
まあ無理もないよな。あとは誰に話を聞けばいいんだ。なんか変な、そういえばいたな。こう腕、手の動きノリノリちゃう。
Yeah! Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
コンビニ店主。コンビニ店主。
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
Okay, York. No problem, man.
So, Keith, I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
That's right, man. Rock and roll!
Do you sell raincoats there by any chance?
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one of them, I say, just ain't a rocker. But you know, that scar of yours. Now that scar rocks.
This scar rocks?
この傷がロック？
That's a new one. I'll drop by your store soon, and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI!
楽しそうな人。に引き換えこっちは。
You're Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Yes, I'm
そうか。
Lily.
えってことは、待って、キースの妻ってことは。
I'm FBI Special Agent.
嘘でしょ？
Agent York, right?
あの双子の父ちゃんなのが。
The handsome special agent from the big city. The facial scar trademark. The way you introduce yourself. Everyone's talking about you.
Well, I can't say much about the scar. But the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts. Everyone has their own rituals. It's like always leaving the house left foot first. It's one of those things.
You certainly are a funny one.
まあ確かにおかしな人だわな。
So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Well, Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder. But,
You think there's something else?
well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
なかなか興味
Perhaps
深
we
そう
should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
やることが3つになったね。キース。ああ、いたじゃん、おばちゃん。ポリー。
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You
ポリー
reminded
よ
me
し
a little of a play I saw
ポリー
when
一
I
緒に行け
was
ばよかったよ
younger.。
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play.
これ長い話聞かされそうだな。
Interested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. It was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, no, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
結局会話す全然会話が進まなかった。なんで鍋持ってんだよ、おばさん。濃い人ばっかりだな。
Oh my pot is getting cold.
本当にホラーゲームかっていうぐらいだよな。迷子の死神、お鍋おばさん。
Hey, mister.
お鍋ばあさんか。
My pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney.
いや、何言ってんの知らねえよ。
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
やべえわ、ここだけでいろいろ取れるわ。お、じいちゃんじゃん。
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to, in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
子供をまっすぐに育てたいって気持ちはよーくわかるよ。わお、セクシーな姉ちゃん、おっぱい見えてる。わお、ボン、キュッボン。
Nice speech.
ジャックの妻、ノーズリップのジーナ。
And you are?
Oh, I'm Gina. I'm married to Jack. He runs the gas station. Call me the Rose.
You look pretty...
随分と際どい格好してるね。
Oh, this old thing. Oh, you should see some of my...
何、抑えてなかったら何、全部出ちゃってんの。
Oh, now you are cool. That scar really is a turn.
隣にいるの旦那じゃないのか。
You should come to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
マジかよ、お店行こうかな。
That would be great. I can't believe how expensive gasoline is nowadays. Some extra service would be great. Now, about my current case. Do you have any information on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I don't know. Talk to my hubby about the difficult stuff, okay?
This is getting us nowhere, Zach.
全然話になんねえな。で、こっちがジャックか。
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
比べてこっちは暴れ牛のジャックってなんだよ。こっちは堅物そうだな。
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you. I only talk to Ben Franklin.
You know, first impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
この夫婦話になんねえな。全然話になんねえな、この夫婦。ダメだ。派手なズボン。あれ、なんか真島さんのズボン見て。
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
違う、真島さんのズボンじゃねえ。
Call me York.
真島さんのジャケットだよ。
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me the gunsmith.
ウィズリー。鉄砲店
Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
これかい？商品リストだ。あら。あ、持ってんのか。あ、そうか、10ミリサブマシンガン持ってるか。別の銃かと思っちゃった。弾も持ってるしな。ロリポップキャンディもいいな。Thank you.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
結構な時間やってるね。あとはこの2人か。
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife.
オリビア・コーマック、ニックの妻。
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker.
アンナの勤め先ね。
A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
よし。最後かな、この人が。
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
Nick Cormack.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
You're sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
何なんだろう。このやっぱりちょっと協力的ではないよね、あんましね。これで全員かな？ジョージのとこ戻っ、あれジョージのとこ戻るんだか忘れちゃったけど、とりあえずジョージのとこ戻るか。
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
いや、みんなと話してきたから。
Agent York, your words really made me think about Anna's death again. How could one do such a terrible thing?
ああ、そう。
I'm still in shock.
はい。ちょっと警察官として弱しすぎるだろ。
You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? I do, actually. But why?
Could you show it to me, please?
What? Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
いいです、ここで人前で入れ墨を見せる。こんなちょっと。
Okay.
おう。
If it's gonna help you any.
マジか。なるほど。
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that...
Did it tell you anything?
It told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach. A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center.
Love G?
I don't know when he got that done, but we've all been through the 80s.
21世紀にはないデザインってすごいな。で、エミリ
ー。Agent York, are you finished asking questions yet? When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
ああ、もう終わりでいいっすよ。終わりでいいんだけど、どうすればいいんだろう。終わりなんだけど、みんなに声をかける。またトーマスと喋れ。
I can't believe you thought I was a suspect, Agent York.
ああ、ショックだったのね。
I'm still in shock.
ああ、ごめんなさいね。よし。思い切って外に出ちゃえぜ。全てを投げ出してやるぜって選んなかった。そんなバカなことはできませんでした。はい、すいません。だって他に喋る人いる？あ、いたわ。結構いたわ。終わってなかった。
Good evening, Agent.
不眠症のブライアン、墓守。
Good evening, Mr.
Brian.
顔色悪そ
The
う。
gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful.
Anna,
Too
彼女
soon.
美しい。
Too
墓に入
too
る。
soon to go
早
to
す
the
ぎる。
grave.
かわいそう。
So
かわいそ
sad.
う。
So sad.
片言。
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna. Her smile. So warm.
不気味。
Anna. Blonde hair. So bright.
不気味。2回も言うけど不気味。
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
行くとこがいっぱいあるね。ほんとやばいね。今回話す人が多すぎる。Q.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
クイントダウン、ダズバ店員。あ、クイン
I
ト
have
の
an
9か。
interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself. Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
ああ、そうだったんだ。
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see
い
everything.
や、あんなじゃなくて、ベッキーの方か。
Sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
うん、素直じゃない。
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
あなるほど。そういうことね。で、こっちが
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the darts bar, Swery 65.
リチャード。で、この人は父ちゃんってことかなってことは。
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. Murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. She always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
なるほどね。これで全員か？これで全員なのかな？違うのかな？ああ、違うっぽい。まだこっちにも道がある。誰かいるかな？いた。ある意味最後に来るにふさわしいかもね。
Anna was an airhead.
あんなバカよ。
What do you mean?
バカだから殺され
Are
た。
you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that
それ
she
とも
was an airhead
殺さ
for
れたから
being
バ
killed?
カ？
I'm sure she's still an airhead even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gained one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
びっくりしたい。
Isaac and Isaiah said that
イ
Anna
ザー
was
ク
a
とイザヤが言ってたよ。あんなは森の妖精で女神様だって。うん、怒らせちゃった？てか、紋章あったね、あそこに。あれ、取れるかな？あ、取れる。取れなかった。
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
はーい。いや、ぞろぞろ帰ってくね。あ、終わった。あ、ダメだ、取れなかった。あ、あれ取っとけばよかった。まあ、こんなもんでしょ。ちょっと長かったな、今日はな。しょうがない。じゃあ、今回はここまでにしましょうか。最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。また次回の動画でお願いします。よければチャンネル登録お願いします。ではでは。